Finally, we got to our most advanced system, called the major system. This is the ultimate memory system. This system is actually not really new, it's more than 300 years old, but the people who worked on it wanted a system that would enable them to memorize a list of items not only longer than 10 but as long as they wanted. At the same time, they wanted this system to enable them to remember numbers and dates and to order and structure memory in hundreds and thousands of detailed ways. The basic concept of the system is that it makes use of a different consonant or consonant sound for each number from 0 to 9 in a special code. I will give you the list of this code along with the other list in the next lecture, but to save you the trouble of remembering things by rote, there are some simple remembering devices. 0. The letter 5 or Z is the first sound of the word 0, and the O is the last letter. 1. The letter D and T have one downstroke. Number 2. The letter N has 2 downstrokes. Number 3. The letter M has 3 downstrokes. Number 4. The letter R is the last letter in the word for. Number 5. The letter L can be thought of as either Roman numerical system 450 or a hand with 5 spread fingers, the index finger and the thumb, of forming an L shape. Number 6. The letter J is the mirror image of 6. Number 7. The letter K, when seen as a capital, contains 2 numbers of 7. Number 8. The letter F, when handwriting, has 2 loops, similar to the number 8. Number 9. The letter B and P are the mirror image of number 9. So the basic rule here is similar to number rhyme and number shape system. Your task is to create a key image word that can be immediately and permanently be linked with the number it presents. Take for example the number 1. You have to think of a key image word that is a good visual image and that contains only D, T or TH and a vowel sound. Example can be do, T, toe and the. When recalling the word when choosing for number 1, let us say T. You would know that it could represent only the number 1, because the consonant letter in the word represent no other number, and vowel do not count as numbers in this system. We will try another example, the number 34. In this case, the number 3 is represented by the letter M and 4 is represented by the letter R. Examples of possible words include mare, more, moor, and mire. In selecting the best word for this number, you once again make use of alphabet order to assist both in choice of words and in recall. In other words, the letters you have to choose are M and R. So you can simply mentally run through the vowels A, E, I, O, U, using the first vowel that enables you to make an adequate memory word. The case in the question is easily solved since A fits between M and R to direct you towards the word mare. Now, the major advantage of using this alphabet order system is that should a word in the major system ever be forgotten, it can actually be worked out from the basic information. All you have to do is to place the letters of the number in the correct order and then slot in order the vowels. As soon as you touch the correct combination, your key memory image word will immediately come to mind. Now you should do the next exercise. Use the number 10 till 19 and put your own image words into that system. And check each and every one of them carefully, changing any that you find difficult to visualize or for which you have a better substitute. Then go from 1 to 100. Now you possess the code and keys to a PEG memory system for the number 1 to 100, a system that contains the pattern for its own memorization. As you can see, this system is basically limitless. In other words, now that you have letters for the number 0 to none, it should be possible for you to devise a key image word for the number not only from 1 to 100, but also to 100 to 1000. This system, of course, can go on forever. Now, if you wish to expand your major system beyond 100, your next task is to check the next lecture with the major system list carefully. It would obviously be too much to ask you to do this in one sitting, so I suggest a modest goal for the first time. Making images for and remembering 100 items each day. As you go through the list, attempting to make your image of the word as solid as you can. Remember that as you memorize this entire list, you should try to use both sides of your brain. And in cases where words are similar to concept to previous words, it is most important to make your images as different as possible. The same caution applies to a word that are pluralized because of the addition of s. In these cases, imagine a great number of items as opposed to one enormous item. You will find your consolidation of the word in the major system useful not only because it will enable you to remember an astonishing number of 1,000 items, but also because it will exercise your creative linking ability, which is so necessary for remembering anything. As you are checking out the list of hundreds of words each day, have a dictionary by your side for help if you run into difficulty selecting your keywords, and in those instances, and it will serve as means of concreting the image for you, and you will be able to select the best possible image or words. And of course, you will be improving your general vocabulary. This is a very important lesson, so I need to recheck and re-listen it again. And again, please recheck the next lecture because I'm going to give you a big list of numbers and big list of the keywords that you can use for your further memorization. And of course, this is just my example to you to create your own original list in order for you to have more association, to have words with more colorness, to be easier to remember by you, and of course please do as much motion as you can and exaggerate when you're combining them into a certain meaning.